Well, hello everybody. This is Mark Evans, and welcome to week 9 of our healthcare project management class. Hope that you've enjoyed the last 8 weeks so far. We've covered a lot of different topics as I think back over our time together so far. We've talked a lot about stakeholders. We've talked about project charters. We've talked about teams and how teams come together. And we've covered a whole lot of topics as it relates to project management. And I hope that you've enjoyed the class and that you've learned a few things about project management. Do want to remind you that project management is somewhat of a generic subject. It can be used in business, healthcare. It can be used at home if you're having some special project going on there. These principles of organizing, communicating, making sure everybody understands expectations, creating timelines, things like that, they apply to about any kind of project that you might work on. Certainly they're important in healthcare because of the seriousness of the topic that we're discussing, but I hope that you've learned a few things along the way so far. This is week 9, so we have this week and then next week with the final exam, and hopefully that you are checking the grade book, that you're catching up any late work that you may have late. Anything that you need to have questions answered on, you're getting with me. Don't forget that you have the Zoom 1, Zoom 2 conference calls or webinars that are easy grades for you to do that you should be doing. And again, just let me know if you have any kind of questions or concerns. We don't want to get to the end of the class and you have some sort of surprises there. So check out your grade book. If you see zeros or anything, that obviously means that I don't have that work or that you didn't do it very good for some reason, but I don't think that would be the case. So please, it's time to do some housekeeping and make sure that you're okay going into the end of the class. This week, in terms of project management, we're going to talk about social responsibility, professional responsibility, and ethics within project management. Those are very, very hot topics anymore in the world of business and in healthcare, as we've seen so many leaders fail in terms of leadership as it relates to ethics, as it relates to professional responsibility. If you're the leader of a project, it's safe to say that you do have ethical, social, and professional responsibilities that you should be concerned about. In the healthcare setting, the professional responsibilities, I would think, fall in line with are you doing a good job? Are you using the resources that you've been given as a project lead or a team? Are you using those resources wisely? Are you staying in the budget? Are you doing what's right for the organization that you're working for? From a social responsibility standpoint, you don't want to go so far over the line that you create social issues. For an example, we've seen organizations in the business world create environmental issues with their drive to make money. We've seen leaders, line their pocket with money at the expense of the society, things like that. So when you're a project lead, you have a great responsibility to use the resources that you should wisely to act in an ethical manner and that sort of thing. So that's kind of some of the things that we're going to be talking about this week. How do we get the job done and treat all the stakeholders the way that they should be treated? So with that said, I look forward to hearing what you have to say about ethics and social responsibilities. One side note there that you may want to find interesting is to go out on the internet and look up the Bathsheba syndrome and learn a little bit about that as it applies to leadership. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Again, this is week 9 out of 10 weeks, and so it's hard to believe that our time's coming to a close here rather rapidly. So keep up the good job, and let me know if you got questions.